hop out the wheel like a fence. I hop out the wheel like a fence. I hop out the wheel like a fence. I hop out the wheel like a fence. I'm on the moon like a Jackson. I hop out the wheel like a fence. I hop out the wheel like a fence. I hop out the wheel like a fence. I strip the door like a latch. Boy, I'm a fiend out of heaven. I just wanna give me a mess. It live at the top of the planet.
What's going on, man? We back at it. What you been up to, bro?
Man, ain't nothing, bro. Back at it. Classic conversation once again, man.
I heard that. Man, I got a question. That I've been pondering on. I want to get your take on it. Like, how big is it to have like day ones, like real close friends in your circle? I guess people call it a team nowadays. Having your team right, having your team around you, supporting you, in what you're doing. Like, how big do you think that is?
Man, to me, it's very big, right? Day ones are special, right? Like people that you can count on and rely on. I think
Yeah.
we need that in life, and I think it's very important to have those type people.
Yeah.
And I think
Go ahead. My bad.
no, go ahead, you good.
So as day ones, do you consider all your day ones, like when people say day one, people think of like people that you grew up with, still there or whatever. But is day one really people that you started from, snotty nose to now? Are day ones some guys who you done met over a course of time and y'all just done locked in and developed that bond?
Well, to me personally, I think day ones are the ones that been with you since the beginning, like since y'all was young or whatever, and they stood the test of time, and y'all still remain
Right.
friends and constant, and. But I also think you can also meet some people that's as authentic as your day one, right? So
Right.
I feel like there's some people out there that's really, saying that you met over the year. I would call you one of those people. So,
I appreciate that.
right. So it's some
Day
people.
one type guy.
Right. I didn't know you. I didn't know you from the cover holes, as I would say,
Right.
back in the day. But I've known you over the years, and I mean, you always kept it solid with me. So I feel like that's day one credentials right there.
Likewise.
When you keep it solid with somebody, and you know them to keep it solid with you. So it just depends for me.
Yeah, I think it's super important, man, especially when we going through the times that we're going through now, and everybody dealing with mental health and emotions and all this type of stuff, because the dynamic of society has changed, and you need somebody to lean on every now and then that you can talk to and really let loose on, because if you ain't got that, you would drive yourself crazy.
Absolutely, everybody needs a sounding board, so to speak. Like you need somebody to bounce some stuff off of. If it ain't nothing but your feelings, like I mean, I know men, we got this, this big rah rah, But at the end of the day, we're emotional, bro. Men are emotional beings. We're still
We
human beings.
we might be more emotional than women.
We
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 just don't show it. Like, just
we
keep
might
it.
be. We might be. We just show a little. But I feel like that we also need that. Like men need it more than we say we need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like we need it, bro. Like
yeah,
we need
yeah,
that. We need that. That good job. Whether we say we need it or not, we be needing that sometimes, and that
yeah,
goes a long way though.
yeah.
As in friendship, like you need people in your circle to compliment you. I think,
Mm,
right? Now I
mm.
know it's a popular saying right here. That if you're the bigger one in your circle, you're in the wrong circle. I see what that means, but I don't. You know, I'm kind of like that. Don't necessarily mean that you should get rid of the people you hang around
Right,
if y'all still solid. So I
right,
don't think you can ever get. I know what that means. To me, that's I take that more metaphorically than I do literally.
right,
Like, yeah, I'm the big one in my circle, then I'm in the wrong circle. Maybe not. Maybe I'm the one that inspire everybody else in that circle. So I
right,
don't take it as such. So
right.
I mean, it just depends on
And maybe
you
you
know.
help somebody else in that circle to become the
Absolutely,
biggest one in the circle, and
absolutely,
then turn around and they're inspiring
right,
you instead of
right. Now, if I need my inspiration, then I maybe need to be in a bigger circle for that, maybe. But like, I still think I'm important to some circles that I've been around also because I feel like I can inspire them.
right,
to like, you're right. I can inspire them to be something that they really, they aspire to be it, but they may be weak in that area of, of just executing their plan. They may be a little lax in that area. So I feel like definitely,
because it can't always be about you improving. You gaining something. It got to be
or you
about
winning.
Yeah, you winning. It got to be sometimes you got to do stuff for the next person to win. You know what I'm saying? So they can get to where you at, and then maybe y'all can get together and create a whole nother dynamic. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Hey, I got a question for you. What good is a quarterback having all the stats in the world and he only win 2 games that season?
Awful.
Like he done broke all kind of records, passing yards,
Right.
No sacks.
Right.
No interception.
Right.
But you won 2 games per season. Right.
Team ain't strong. Team got to be strong. And everybody do different. Taking that analogy, everybody do different jobs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's job ain't going to be glorified. In the I talk about the offensive lineman. Don't nobody say
right. It's coaching the quarterback. It's coaching the quarterbacks, right?
It's quarterback, receivers, and skill positions.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if your team's strong, then everybody's strong. Everybody win, basically. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get to where you're going.
But that's nothing stronger than a strong team. Like individualism is great. Like, okay, I'm independent. That's great. But I bet you any independent person can move farther with the right team.
Absolutely. And if you see people, really, if you look at successful people, a lot of them do have a team. I take Kevin Hart, for example. Like them plastic cup boys, like that's his team. You know what I'm saying? He probably got a slew of other people that we don't know about and that we don't see. There's a part of his team. But his team's strong. And you always see them support him, and he always support them. Now, I ain't gonna say they ain't gonna never be as big as Kevin Hart, but right now Kevin Hart is the biggest thing in the group. But with them moving as a unit, with them supporting each other, like they support each other.
Right.
How long Kev been doing this? For probably about
a minute.
How long? You know what I'm saying? But they winning because the team's strong.
Right. And he was doing it a minute before we know him as the Kevin we know him as today. But he was doing it, a minute before that also. So I'll say it all the time, man. Your team is important, bro. Like and no successful person that I know of has gotten that way on their own.
Yeah. You always got somebody. You always
got to have somebody. Right.
Yeah. Big had Puff. Pac had Suge.
Right.
Tip them had Clay.
Hey, Pip. This is controversial these days since the documentary came out. But Pippen had Jordan. Jordan had Pippen.
Absolutely. And when Kobe and Shaq were together, I think Ross now finna drop something now.
Right. Shaq and Kobe. Right.
It was a duo. It's always
right.
It's always a team. All that supporting cast.
Absolutely.
Where you going?
Absolutely. So you can, as far as you can get on your own, you multiply that if you had a strong team. Like multiply that by at least 2.
Absolutely.
That's just my opinion, right? I can do a lot of stuff on my own, but with the team, I can reach farther. Like my arms are longer.
No doubt. And on the flip side of that, everybody ain't meant to go. They important. Teams important, but you also have to. I think now with the hashtag era and all that type of stuff, I think you also have to step back sometime and take a close look at who you got around you.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes who around you might affect the way you think, affect the way you look at stuff, affect what you do on a daily basis. And sometimes you do have to look at that, and even if it is your day ones, you know what I'm saying, just change the relationship. The relationship might change. I think I heard Snoop say on an interview, he was talking and he was like, and I'm paraphrasing, but he was like, the guys that started out with him, the gap started increasing. So he was going up and they was staying where they at. And he was like, it's only 2 ways to close that gap. He was like, either you come back down to where they at,
or I come up.
You might end up screw up your life, or they come up to where you at. And he said he had to learn that they had to come up to where he was at because he couldn't come back down.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
You know what I'm saying? And it made all the sense in the world that sometimes people be stuck where they at and don't want to close the gap. And your
Right.
team change over time. You know what I'm saying? People
Right.
get added, people get subtracted, but at the end of the day, you still need that support. You still got to have that good foundation around you for you to keep going.
Absolutely. You can't do it without support, and definitely without a strong foundation.
Yeah.
Right. Foundation is everything. I don't care how pretty the house look. If that foundation ain't strong, it will not last. So,
At all. At all.
but yeah, that's a great analogy that, about having coming up and down with the analogy you just said about what Snoop said. That's great. That's powerful right there. You think about it. That's pretty.
You gotta close that gap, bro. Like
Makes sense.
That is. I mean, that's part of it, though. That's part of life. I think it's part of evolving, growing up, maturing. Everybody don't do it at the same pace.
Right.
So yeah, I think stuff changed, but like you said,
I mean, friends also they can go. So people, I don't know. I kind of judge about people. I so much, I love my family. You can't change family because you get you choose friends. You don't choose family, right?
absolutely.
So I kind of just go off of people, right? Because I mean, truth be told, some friends can treat you, like family. So
Exactly. Absolutely.
that's a good way of putting it. So, but so I just think that you should take people at face value and just take them for what they are and what they're doing. Because the best way for you to, saying you could tell me what you want to do all day, but if you show me, then it's real. To me, that's just my opinion, man.
Right. Show me, don't tell me. Right.
Right.
And you're right, man. I think some of your friends do turn in the family. Because I got some. I mean, even you know what I'm saying. We ain't been, like you said, we ain't been from snot and nose, but it's been like that since day one. And so I look at day one like that. Like the guy said, his day ones are the people I met on day one, and they've been solid ever since then.
Right.
My day ones, you know what I'm saying? But
right. So I get what he's saying about that, and that's still true too. That's why I said like, your day ones don't have to be. So I guess categorize it as two things, but like that was the original term with day one, was like, the people that came from you, they kept it solid from since you was, knee high to a tree stump or something. Country talk.
Yeah,
but
I heard my mom said it when she came to our graduation, my graduation. It was either mine or my brother's graduation, and she was so glad that we found the family away from home.
Absolutely.
Because when people move off and go other places, you never know what's gonna happen. But that was big, just to hear her say that she could recognize that, man, they done created a whole nother family that they didn't grow up with.
Right.
They ain't blood, but they all act like family. They all do stuff like that.
And I bet you once she realized that and once she heard that, I bet you as a mom, as a parent, she felt safer. Absolutely. She felt comfort in knowing that, because I bet you when she first moved, when you first moved, I bet you her nerves probably was all over the place, bro.
Especially for me. Probably for my brother, but especially for me.
Oh, what you trying to say? You her favorite? Oh, your brother. I hope your brother ain't listening.
No. He probably the favorite. He probably the favorite.
Okay, gotcha.
I probably gave the most trouble.
Right.
So,
but when you left, she worried more about you, though.
Yeah. She probably was worried about it. She was like, that boy ain't gonna make it. She was probably like, that boy ain't gonna make it. So,
oh man, you was that child.
I wasn't that bad, but I was
right.
If something was gonna happen, it was gonna be, I was that child.
Yeah. Right. But it's good though. I think I could definitely say, parents who would struggle with that, not knowing, especially when you move, like you said, far away from home, you don't know anybody in the area you move to, and then parents worry different. You know what I'm saying? Like, they worry different, bro.
Because you want to protect all the time.
Right. And when you feel like you can't do that, then it could be a problem.
Yeah, and I think that is big, like, because even when I went to school, like, it was the guys I was around, and they probably didn't know it at the time, but my mindset started to change because of where I come from and from what I was exposed to when I got to school. You know what I'm saying? And then them guys became friends, became family, and my I wanted more than what I thought I did.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? But just not being exposed to it.
Right. Question. Coming from small town, I won't say the name unless you want to put it out there. Coming from small town, we're just a small town, Alabama.
No, Barber I'm from Barber County bred, bro.
Right. Right. For the people that ain't, where is that exactly? Is that on the map, Barber County? Is it on the, like a map? Can I look up? Can I get a map?
That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. It is absolutely on the map. Louisville, Texasville, Clio, Eufaula, Clayton, like that's Barber County for people.
All still Alabama.
Huh?
All in the state of Alabama, right?
All in the state of Alabama.
Okay. All right. Bet.
Alabama.
So
like,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, so my question was, how much of a culture shock when you went from high school to college? How much of a culture shock was that for you?
And here's the thing, I didn't even go far. Like I went to Troy, so.
Oh, okay. You didn't go that far from home.
No, I ain't go far, but like Troy probably like a good maybe 40 minutes. Probably.
I mean, so but look though.
But just how big it was though, how big of a culture shock it was, because my brother went first. And my norm of what I did every day was what the normal guy do every day in areas like that. It ain't much to do. It ain't a lot of, you know what I'm saying? It ain't much to do. So we was doing.
Well, hold on now. It had to be more to It had to be more to do at Troy than it was Barber County. Don't make me do my research.
Right.
It probably more people in that college than it was in your hometown.
Excuse me. Like now you going all real. Hey, listen now my people from Barber County gonna get on here and they gonna blast you. So I'm just
I know it.
I'm
sorry, Barber County.
We don't play about where we from. We won't play at all about where we from. Now. Like don't do that. We won't play. But
I really can't talk. I'll just mess with my boy. I really can't talk.
Yeah,
right. I can't talk. Hey, sorry, Barber County. I can't talk at all, Barber County. This just a little Jones.
Like you see the skyscrapers and stuff.
Right. Like I'm from the big city, like so. Yeah.
But so it was a culture shock. I mean, because what I grew up, like, you know, we seen people and we went places and stuff like that. But when you get to when I got to college, like I just met a lot of people and talked to a lot of people that I never interacted with before. You talk like foreigners and people like that, and their mindsets were different because you had people come down from like New York from everywhere that was in school there. And so you start conversating with these people and you start traveling with these people and you start seeing way more to life than what you know. You know what I'm saying? And so and when I ended up meeting the guys like Brent, Joe, rest in peace, Kirby, Moo, Red. You know, my brother was there. So I mean, it was a bunch of people. My frat brother, was a bunch of people there that I met, and so just living, it's basically like you starting life over a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You starting to live life with them.
Right. Is that also where you met Zach at? Like
Zach
Etheridge. Don't you know him? Did you know him also?
Yeah. That's exactly where I met him at. So I mean, you just start to look at life a little different. You start seeing the possibilities of what could be. You know what I'm saying? Just from being around people who want different things and have different conversations. Never forgetting, because my best friend that I grew up with from Snotty Nose, he lived in Troy. So me and him always, you know what I'm saying, hung out. But
so how far was Troy from Barber County? Like, I mean,
about 45 minutes. It wasn't far.
So that Barber County, but your actual little city was like Louisville.
I went to school in Louisville, but I lived in Texasville. So
Texasville
was like probably 7-8 minutes from Louisville.
Okay. Yeah. And Troy was like 15, 20 minutes.
35, 40 minutes.
35, 40 minutes. Okay.
Something like that from
okay.
We didn't, until my brother went to college, we didn't visit the college like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't go. When my brother went, I'm like, man, because I was like, yeah, this is it. Like we going to parties, you know what I'm saying, hanging out, you know, not really thinking about the school aspect, but shoot, I really ended up getting my degree because, like, just being honest, I wanted to go to school and play ball. But man, I ain't want to move back home. Like I was like, nah, I'm enjoying myself here.
Right.
So to talk about friends and day ones, like some of them guys that I still met in college, like they just like my day ones. You know what I'm saying? And I still got my day ones.
Right. I think I met a couple of your day ones from the college days.
KD and all of like so. You know, we still solid to this day. I mean, we don't talk every day, but when it's like us, we don't talk every day, but when we get on the phone, it's like we ain't missed a beat.
Right.
You know?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I guess in all, then it wasn't that much of a culture shock for you when you left high school going to college because your brother was already there and you was already kind of getting your feet wet before you even
Yeah. So it was a little different. The shock came when I started going when he was there a little bit. It's not a big culture shock, but it just was different. You know what I'm saying? Like it going from our school to that, it was totally different. And then a lot of people that I went to school with went there. So like some of the older classmen, they were there when I got there. So it ain't like I went there, didn't know nobody, I didn't have nobody but my brother. No, I had people that I went to school with that was at Troy. I had a lot of people from Barber County, matter of fact. So, you know, it was an easy transition, but it was a different type of environment.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No doubt.
Okay. What's up then? So mom had lost at that point. She had lost both of her sons.
Yeah.
Out the nest, then she, so she,
Yeah, we was out. We was out.
That was it.
We was out. We came home on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Wash clothes. You know how every other college kid do. But
yeah, might raid the refrigerator or something.
Yeah.
Wrap after that. Back out of here.
Back out of here, man.
Baby, you gonna spend the night? Nah, man. Not tonight.
Trying to live. I'm trying to live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love you though. Hug and kissing out of there.
You got that freedom, man. And once you get that freedom, which I mean, she wasn't on us like that, but once you get that freedom, bro, you know how that is, especially for a man. You know,
right?
Thank you, a man at the time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's crazy, but I mean, yeah. So again, the day ones, yeah. So I guess the moral of the story, they can be both, man. Like you can have some people you've been rocking with since you've been rocking, you know what I'm saying? But you can also have some people that you meet along the way,
right?
That rock with you just as hard,
right? And want to see you win.
And want to see you win. That's key too.
Yeah,
that's key. Man, that circle is key, bro. Like the people in your circle,
can't be no jealousy. It can't be no envy. Like you gotta want to see the other person succeed. Like you gotta want them to succeed just as bad as you want to succeed. And you know, the thing I learned is like, bro, if you get it, then that made me just as happy as if I got it. Because I know how hard you've been working for it, just like, you know what I'm saying? Just like I'm working for it. You know what I'm saying? You never know when another person get it, what kind of avenue or doors that open up for the day ones.
Absolutely.
So
you that brings up another question I got. Like, do you think, like, so you said when they get it, so this may step a little bit outside of the circle you keep, but like, you think we as a people, like, just say the culture, are we ultimately happy for one another when we see the next person win? Just say you a stranger, I'm a stranger, right?
Right.
I'm getting to it. You see, I'm getting to it, right? You know I'm getting to it. Not just my social media posts, but I'm really getting to it, right?
Yeah.
I'm a total stranger to you.
I think it depends.
Like you might have met me in business somewhere, but I got, you're saying,
right.
But
I think it depends on the person. Some people are
like, as a whole, you think we're happy as a whole?
Nah.
Just genuine, like you think we?
I think we be more happy when the person on their way up.
We be more happy when it's us that's up there.
Well, yeah, it's more happy when it's us. But I'm saying like when you see when you take Kobe, when Kobe came into the league and he was young and Jordan on his way out, Kobe coming in. You know, you rooting for the guy because he on his way up.
Right.
And then once Kobe get there, and like Kobe that dog, he that guy. Same thing with Bron. You see all the hate come because he there. I think with us, we like to see the rise. But when a person get there, then I don't know how happy everybody is for him. I mean, take like Dion. Dion went to Jack State and bust his butt and changed the whole program. And he was on the rise when he was at the program. And he reached that success and go to Colorado, and you had a slew of people dogging him because he left and went to Colorado because he made it. He's successful now. He done got another job at a bigger school. And now it's like he back on the rise, so everybody flocked to him again because he's back on the rise. You know what I'm saying? But what happened when he go to your rival school? What happened if he go to Auburn, Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia? You know what I'm saying? What happened when USC, when he go there and then he finally done got it? Will we still be as happy for Deion then as we happy for him in Colorado?
Yeah, and I don't think so, because I could see the shift. Like you can see people that's, all of a sudden we got a lot of Colorado fans. I'm saying Colorado paraphernalia in Alabama.
Right.
Like,
Right. But how many of those people was dogging him when he left Jackson? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I question him. I didn't dog him because at the end of the day, business is business, I guess. But I did question him because my whole thing was like, if it's for the kids and that's why you're here, then don't be so quick to move. But that, again, that was just a question. It wasn't dogging him.
And I
understand.
I take out people want to keep our own. I take out people want to our culture or whatever, want to keep our own. But I mean, and I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? Classic conversation, we being honest. Were they ever gonna make it past the SWAC championship? Like not dogging it, but would his son would they be talking about his son and Travis Hunter for the Heisman? Like would that conversation be going on? And people got to understand too. And I say this, man, Deion got kids to play ball. He also got to think about putting his kids in the best position that he can put his kids in as well. And
absolutely.
So do you ask yourself, do you sacrifice your kids?
Absolutely.
To do this for the culture? And is the culture gonna sacrifice whatever the culture can sacrifice to do this for you?
Anything. Is the culture gonna sacrifice anything for you?
Yeah.
Right.
So I see both sides, but I was always in support of him doing what he had to do to get there. But that's just an analogy that I like. I think to answer your question, I think we be happy for people when they coming from the bottom and they on the way to get it. But I think once they get it, you start seeing the jealousy, the envy, the entitlement, saying that you should do this, you should do that. And you never know the ins and outs of what people got going on. You know what I'm saying? You never know what the ins and outs of they circle are. So as a whole, I mean, I don't know, man, but I wish we could get to that. I pray we get to that.
Man, I'm so hopeful for us. It's ridiculous, but I'm hopeful. Like Deanna. So on a Deanna Lowe's level, why we need to be there? Why can't we get there, man, and just be genuinely happy? On our level, being like we talking about, non-celebrity.
Right. I don't know, man. I think I just think it stems back to a lot. I mean, the culture done been through a lot.
It has.
You know what I'm saying? And it's always been like it always been a battle against somebody to,
just succeed and have something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like
don't get me started on that. I feel like we got some. The culture ain't been to war, but some people in the culture been to war. But I feel like the culture got PTSD, bro. Like,
and it feel like that. I don't know if we feel like two successful people can't coexist in the same space.
Right.
Like I don't get that it's always something, but we should be able to coexist. It's enough to go around.
Right.
Like we got partners that do the same thing we do. Like get on here on their podcast and chop it up, but we want to see them win just as much as we want to win.
Absolutely.
No negativity on them, but I just think, I mean, how I am, I want anybody that's around me or that's attached to me or that's in my circle, I want to see them win. I don't want to see nobody lose.
I echo that sentiment right there. I feel the same way, bro. Like, man, I'm not envious of the next man for doing better than me. Like, if anything,
inspired.
So it's different. Right, it's inspiring. Right, for me, it's inspiration. It's not necessarily competition.
Right.
You know, what I'm saying it's inspiration. So, man, let it be your fuel, man. We need to do better. I need to do better. We need to do better. But I'm just saying, I view it as inspiration and not competition. So I think that's where we need to start at.
Yeah, because
we all can win. There's enough capital out here for you.
Yeah, because they doing. I mean, everybody else doing it.
Hey,
everybody else doing it. So
each what the old saying is, each one teach one. I mean, we got to get better at that. I think as a coach.
It's like we've been preaching it for so long, bro. Like when does it go into effect? You know what I'm saying? Like when does the information stop getting held on to and start getting passed around for everybody to get it? And I think that's another thing. I think when people get information, they hold on to it because they be like, I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody else to get it. Like
you don't want the next guy to rise above you with it. Like if I share this with him, I feel like I'm giving him a leg up.
Yeah.
You know,
you might pass me. Like
right. Ideally, we don't want that. And I don't know why. I don't know why.
Yeah, I use the Wayne and Drake scenario. Like Wayne was that guy and still that guy. But Drake that guy. And you know, he loved it. And Nicki was that girl and he loved, like, bro, like that don't do nothing but put you in different positions to be able to expand whatever you doing and to make you more successful at the end of the day.
Right. And that's how you should view it though. Like, I mean, if somebody giving you something, you should be more, you know, somebody giving you the knowledge and the wisdom to win, like, you know, you should be appreciative of that and receptive of that and take that, you know, and try to do better.
Well, absolutely.
How you think and how you also should reciprocate it, you know. So you know, if I give you the recipe, you know what I'm saying, I give my brother the recipe that I see up and coming, that I'm my brother has in no blood relation, but like my brother, like, you know, you reciprocate that and give him the information also to win.
Yeah,
I think we need more of that in society. So.
We do. We definitely need more of that. That was a good question. We definitely need more of that. But man, shoot, well, I guess we're gonna close it. But you know how we close our show. So it's just us. We don't got no guests today. So you gotta get your motivation. You gotta get your motivation for the day. What's your motivation to make you get up and get it? What's your motivation? Or what's been your motivation like for the last month? Because sometimes we might be on here and gotta ask the same question. So we'll do last month. What's been your motivation since the last time we got on the screen?
And honestly, can you celebrate someone else's success? Can you celebrate someone else's success, not just yours?
That's the motivation.
That's a question.
Oh, that's a question.
Can you?
Yeah. I mean, me, absolutely.
Now, there's two part. What you said and what I'm saying. Like I said, in addition to, can you celebrate somebody else's success?
Absolutely.
In addition to what you said, Los.
The motivation. Yeah.
Right. What's your motivation? And can you celebrate someone else's success?
Yeah, I absolutely can celebrate somebody else's success. Because I like to see people win. I like to see people I don't even know win.
Right.
Like I'm gonna tell you, it was so big, and like I know it's old, but I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna go ahead so we can wrap it up. But it was, I remember when Nipsey dropped his album. It was so big for me. I don't know Nipsey, you know, I don't know him, but it was so big for me to see him win on that album because I've been following his career for so long. And remember when he put out the album for $100 and he was the first one to do it, and Jay bought a bunch of them or whatever, but the brother had been grinding for so long, and to finally get like his just due from the industry was so big. And I don't even know him. You know, I never spoke to him, never seen him, never held a conversation with him.
Right, but you can applaud. You can applaud that effort.
I can applaud because
and that work he had put in.
Yeah, and he put out a good project. You know, and that was one of the best albums that year. So absolutely can celebrate somebody win. I think my motivation is, of course, just to I guess continue to see the team win. So continue for them to succeed, continue for them to get all the glory that they deserve. Because you know the people around me, I mean, I see how hard they go every day. I see what they do every day, whether it's B selling houses, whether it's me and you on here doing the gram, Kirby in the military, Red doing fitness, you know. It's just to see them to keep grinding. I mean, it's motivation to me, but to see them keep winning and not be stagnant. That's been my motivation. And of course my daughter, you know, she cheering and doing gymnastics, and she kind of, I say she kind of like her daddy, because her schedule probably busier than mine right now. So that's been my motivation to get up every day and try to go get it.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's a great motivation.
Yep. And on that, man, I will catch you probably tomorrow. You know how we be on the phone. So catch you tomorrow, man. You know, it's always a pleasure for us to get on here and chop it up, man, and just release. I think my brothers like to do that. And hey, any brothers out there that want to come on, chop it up with us and release, man, it's one of those days we just get on here and kick it. We ain't even, you know, shooting at no topics. We just kicking it and enjoying it.
Real conversation. Classic conversation.
That's it. And we out.